Hello there, gorgeous. Welcome back. This is Nicoleelissa. I am an intuitive love coach for amazing women, leaders, trailblazers from all over the world who are excited to attract their divine masculine, their ideal partner in their life, and who are ready to really own their goddessness. So today, I have a very special video I'm going to share with you, really key, specific points, and you could say habits, energies, unconscious ideas that get in the way of you attracting your divine masculine. I'm going to share with you reasons why you are attracting insecure men, basically. So if you're new to my channel and you want to receive more videos within the next couple of days and weeks on how to attract your divine masculine, definitely make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell below so that you can get immediate info as soon as it is uploaded. Now, I want to say before I start, insecure men. Like I had to say it that way. The thing is that I want to say we all have insecurities. So it's not like it's this big title, but you also know what I'm saying. I'm talking about a level of insecurity that leads to manipulation. I'm talking about a level of insecurity of a man not being able to just see you in your greatness without doubting himself or trying to control you or manipulate you or change you in some sort of shape or form. Just as much as there's insecure men, I know that there are insecure women as well. So take it with a grain of salt, what I'm saying. The goal that I'm here to say is because I want to help you. I want to help you with this because it's quite subtle. So make sure you watch this video until the very end so that you can come out of that loop or that pattern. And it's very common that I hear from very successful women who tell me a lot of men are intimidated by me, or they notice that they've been attracting some sort of insecure men in their lives and they want to change that. So how do you do that? Well, number one, you want to look at yourself and start to explore anywhere you could be embodying some of these energies that could potentially make it a match to attract somebody that is insecure. And I know that might sound a little bit like, huh, what? Like, I'm super confident, Nicole. Like, why am I attracting these men? I totally get it. Now, some of these are unconscious beliefs. So we're going to start with the first one. If you've been taught from a very early age that if you were going to succeed in life, you were going to attract a lot of attention or negative attention. You noticed maybe growing up when you were successful that a lot of people didn't really like your level of success, or they were criticize you. And somewhere you started feeling alone, right? You start feeling really alone. And you started to wonder if you could meet somebody that was your match. You know, that feeling of being alone and starting to doubt that, somewhere I would bet that somebody gave you that idea, or you started to see it around you, because there's so many phrases that it says, like, you know, when you're at the top, the lonelier it gets, that sort of thing. We want to be mindful of that, because if we grab onto those ideas in a way that is disempowering to us, in a way that it makes us feel sad and lonely, then we attract the very thing that we are agreeing with energetically. And you can agree with something energetically even if you don't like it. You know, I'm an intuitive love coach, so I help women really perfect and own their love vibration. And vibrations and feelings, like, they don't lie. So if you're repeatedly attracting somewhere in your energy, you agree to it. You might not like it, but you might have agreed with it, and that's why it's constantly showing up in your reality. So you can either try to defend it, you know, like you can try to defend yourself, Nicole, like here's a list of the 10, 20, 30 reasons why I am right about this thing. You know, men are not going to like me because of this, or I'm going to keep attracting insecure men. If you defend it, you keep attracting it, okay? The work is actually a peeling of the layers and releasing those unconscious belief systems in your body, in your energy, your aura, your heart, your chakras, like wherever it's at, we need to let it go, basically. Because how many of you saying it's like, all right, I'm going to try to change things around, and you might not see it. Well, it's because somewhere in your energy is ingrained, okay? So we want to release that and and it's going to be really, really, really good for you. So that is an idea that you want to know. Like if you picked up thoughts, phrases, actions, situations that you saw growing up of maybe not being understood, that can lead you to attract emotionally unavailable men or men that are emotionally insecure, etc., to the point where they might be manipulative or not happy for your level of success, is because somewhere you are expecting it. Okay, that's the number one thing. Second, this is an interesting one. Get ready for this one. Basically, I noticed that you can attract a lot of insecure men when you yourself like have a lot of image conversations. Like you're either seeking validation, most importantly, like image conversations and seeking fame. This is a sensitive topic because a lot of women were like, we don't like to talk about this, but it's there. And the more we can talk about the elephant in the room, the more it can free itself, the more we can heal it. And this definitely does impact when you are attracting really insecure men. How so? Well, let's think about it. Insecure men, they care a lot about their image, right? Their status, in a way where they might need to control everything around them in order for them to feel good. Now, what is the opposite of that when it shows up in a woman, right? Some of us have been taught that if, when you have a man by your side, a specific type of man, that's going to elevate your status, that's going to elevate your image. And some women are actually seeking to attract love from that place. Therefore, what the energy that you're sending out to the universe can be confusing. Either you're seeking real love, right? Therefore attracting your divine masculine, or you are seeking an image thing. So I see this happening a lot. I'm not wronging you in the least, because I said it's a sensitive topic, so everybody takes it in the way that they take it. So I help women with this. This is my purpose in life. And so what happens is that you can have a lot of confidence and a lot of success in areas of your life, and then you feel like having a certain type of man in your life, that makes this amount of money, that has this sort of status, that has property, that has all these other things. When that's what you're looking for, I invite you to really check within your heart if that's what you're looking for, and not necessarily looking for, but do you feel like that's going to elevate you? That's the thing. When you are in that space where you want to be elevated by the type of man that you attract, but I mean like status, like financially and all those things, and you don't feel really closely connected with your heart, that can attract that level of insecure man. Because if you feel sort of shaky around your value as a woman, as a feminine, the divine feminine in you, and you place it upon the man only, like of course you're going to attract some sort of level of insecurity there, but then your work is on truly embodying your confidence as the goddess, as a feminine that you are. That's why this work that we do, that I work with my clients in a really high level way, is so important, because energy doesn't lie. I don't know why, but I feel like repeating that. Energy doesn't lie. And because we're so vast as women, like in our energy, and sometimes we don't look at our real motivations, like that unconscious motivation, that energy that's in the background, like it still shows up itself. An energy that is repressed can still show up. Just because it's repressed doesn't mean that it's not there. So the more you can get to know yourself more and even work on clearing, releasing these things at an emotional, energetic, spiritual, mind level, like, oh my God, that would do so much of a huge difference. Because these things sometimes come up over and over again if you find yourself repeating these patterns, because they're showing up because the universe, God is telling you, hey, love, like you need to release this because you're so powerful. You're attracting this very thing that you don't want. So if it keeps repeating itself in your life, it's not because men are insecure or that's just the majority of the population, even though your mind would have you think that. It is because somewhere you're holding that energy and I can help you like shift the frequency, the vibration that you're sending out, right? To really tip that over. Like our feelings and our emotions have a power, and they have a mass and an impact and a magnetism to them. Okay. So you want to become mindful of that. If you feel like there's like a high of getting a validation, of getting like status and all those things, while not really caring for yourself, I mean, that thing there, that swing, can have you attract that type of a man in your life. I'm not saying that you don't deserve the best. You deserve the best. I agree. Okay. Now, it's a difference owning it, really clearly owning your worth and your value, and what you deserve to receive from a real authentic way in your energy, meaning your body, your spirit, everything is sending out that signal, rather than feeling like if you get with this type of man, then you're going to be like, you need to release whatever need there could be of like a desire for fame, to be better, to be superior than others. It's a fine energy, but it exists. So I really need to bring this up. Many women have been brought up with this energy of needing to compete with other women, trying to get the best match, but then they're feeling sort of insecure within themselves, no matter how much they achieve. And if you're that type of person that you feel you've achieved great success in your life, in your career, in your business, everything, but you're still feeling a little bit of that level of insecurity, and you feel like that conversation that you're having there can really make a big impact on attracting those types of insecure men in your life. And it's in your power to really heal it and release it. The other thing that I noticed that can impact you in attracting insecure men is if you've been taught that shining is wrong, that shining is bad, that you shouldn't fully do it, that you have to be sort of meek, that you have to be in between, you have to be like, you can't stand out at all, because if you do, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Then guess what? Like, you are putting yourself out there already, and then somewhere you have this sort of secret energy that is not right for you to do it. Then you try to accommodate people, you try to shrink for them. And when you do that, of course, you attract like an insecure guy, because somewhere it's not fully right for you to shine, for you to ask for more, for you to have more. And then what happens for a lot of like successful women that I work with is that they allow themselves to have the more if they work for it. It's like they keep the man at a distance, if that makes sense. And it's very, of course it makes sense, but like I that's like my my thing. I always say that. So it's very interesting, because if you've been taught to accommodate people, if you're kind of like the healer type, where you've taken on the wounds of other people, you try to nurture them back into a position, of course you're going to attract the insecure guy. So you want to really work on healing these aspects. I work a lot on these aspects in my Goddess of Love program, because I help women really feel comfortable in being seen. And as I've shared, it's like what I see a lot of women do is like they're very successful. They're just used to give themselves all the things that they need and want. They're not necessarily comfortable having a man in their lives really giving to them, because they don't feel comfortable for like asking for it, receiving it. So it is a thing, right? The more you work on your inner limiting beliefs and the things that get in the way of your love vibration, your vibration is everything. Like the more you work on it, the better you will attract things. Like, I've worked with clients where they've been single for years, right? I'm talking like 10 years, I'm talking 5 years, even more probably. I don't remember the exact number, but I do know that it's like been at least 10 years. And months working together, they start attracting differently. Why is that? While they were doing all the physical, like quote unquote, right things, and it wasn't working, your vibration is bigger than you think. So we want to really start to examine the kind of thoughts that we're having. And I will tell you, like, don't sleep on what I shared today, because specifically the one that I shared with seeking superiority, like image and fame, that's a big one on attracting insecure men. Okay, that need for validation is one of the biggest reasons why you're attracting insecure men. So the more you work on these things, the better you will attract your divine masculine, because it is your right in being seen, it is your right in receiving, and you get to be comfortable being in the spotlight and receiving and being loved and being cherished for who you are. So if there's any part of you that wrongs that, right? Maybe because it wasn't your normal, maybe because you didn't receive it growing up, you might attract that wronging back. And it's your duty and your responsibility for your own energy to make that your new normal, not just through physical actions that you make, but work on your vibration, work on your energy. And if you want to know greater details on how to do that, I'm not only a coach, but my engineer background like helps me create that sort of structure for you, so that you can really emanate that energy for the long haul for yourself. So if you're curious about Goddess of Love, I'm going to put the link below, and I'm really curious to know what are your comments and your thoughts about this topic. And let me know in the comment section below, like what sorts of topics would you like to know more about attracting your divine masculine? Because it's a year, you know, I'll tell you this, even though we are in the midst of everything that's going on in the world right now, 2020 is a year of love. You might not be going out fully and meeting all these men right now, or you might, who knows? The thing is that it is a year of love, and you can use this time for introspection, for healing, for alignment, and working on your vibration, okay? So don't sleep on your love life, and ask yourself, like, if not now, then when, all right? So I'm sending you much love, and I'm really looking forward to hear from you. If you want to know more about me and my work, make sure you subscribe and to the list that I'm going to put below, where you can get one of my meditations. It is Back to My Feminine Essence meditation. And also, when you are part of my community online, you receive a forecast, a love forecast of what's going on with the energy of love this year that is going to be really impactful for you. Those are not done on YouTube, but they're done for my community. So if you want to be part of my community, then definitely like join, because I would love to have you there. All right, take care.